Okay, this is going to be today's video review for Tuesday, June 30th, 2015. Out of the gate here you can see the green up arrow from a valley put in around 7 o'clock, giving us a quick hit straight on up for a buy. See, price never reached this crest up here, so we never had a setup. Then we came back down into this valley here, this green line that I drew on the right hand chart. You can see that our dot stopped pushing down into that green line. A buy could have been taken, but you can see that we've got a caution rectangle here because our mid was right in the way. That's very typical of a trade that shouldn't be taken when it's directly into that mid. Then we had a rally up into this down pink arrow here that corresponds to the down pink arrow on the right hand chart, and that gave us a signal. You'll notice that the white dotted line right here is that typically we don't like to trade down into it. So once we saw the overlap starting to take place, as you can see, the overlap came down here into the yellow as price was breaking down. One could have jumped on that trade there. And you can see as price retraced on back up, it almost touched our line here. You'll notice that it did tag the, I'm actually back here right now. Price did not get up to our line, did not even tag our white dotted line there, so there wasn't any signal there. And then when we look out over to here about 9:45, you can see when we did rally up, we came very close to tagging our crest. We definitely tagged the mid here, so that would have been a nice short off of that right there. You notice when we rallied up to this crest right here, you notice we don't like to take shorts into the mid here, so there'd be flagging to not take that short. And then we rallied a little bit higher. You can see across the crest and up into our mid. This would have been also a good place to take a short right in through here. And we came down into this valley right here. You'll notice on the right hand side, if we're taking a buy, we're right up into the mid again, so we wouldn't do that. And you'll see here at about 10:04 we came back and retested that valley here. You'll see on the right hand chart we got a setup to buy that. We would just be cautious as we came up into this area, but we had enough room to get ourselves to break even. At about 10:09 we rallied up into this crest right here. You can see we had a signal off of it, challenged back up into our crest right in through here. You can see using stop management through the yellow here, one could have stayed into that trade. About 10:23 we came down, hit this valley. You'll notice on the right hand chart, rallied up. You see how the green bars blew up through this crest right here. Had no reason to look at taking a short, and then we rallied up into this crest right about here. You'll see it drawn here on this chart. If you took that short, you can see it didn't go anywhere, and then it went a little higher up into this crest here, in which we got a signal for, and that one proved to get some follow through. And at about 10:36 we had a valley down here where we could have looked to take a buy. If we did so, you can see here on the right hand chart here, it was directly into a mid here, and then price went a little lower down into here about 10:42. We did have a buy signal here, and that rallied up into this point here. This is another one of our trades. I'm not going to discuss it, but as price fell down here, we never had a buy from the bottom here, and price rallied up. You can see it rallied up, at about 10:54. As we rallied up into this crest right here, you can see on the right hand chart, if we did take that sell, you can see that we're directly trading into the mid. We wouldn't do that. You can see price rallied up here into this crest here, just missed it by a little bit. You notice it's drawn here on the right hand chart. If you sold that, you're selling down into this left chart's mid, which is drawn here. We teach another trade that worked from here, shown here on the right hand chart. Not to do with crests and valleys, but you'll see here on the right hand chart at about 11:20, let's see, about 11:28, you see we had a crest put in and price retraces back up through that crest right here. You notice our dots here are pushing up, but they can't push up through the crest. Once we get this signal here, we could take that. To keep in mind, we're trading directly down into here, and if we are trading there where there's enough room there to at least get yourself to break even, and price does continue. You can see here as price rallies back into this crest, we're pointing to on the left hand chart, that the right hand chart, the dots couldn't push up higher, then we get a red bar. The only problem with the trade is it's directly into this midline here, so managing price to break even for this yellow here to stay down, having your stop, probably up and around here. The trade proved to continue lower, and the mid allowed price to push down. Sometimes the mids push back up. In this case, you can see how the wrap is pointing down, the yellows are pointing down, but gave us enough room to allow moving our stops down to break even. So that trade continued on lower, and then you'll notice here at about we retrace back down to this valley shown here on the right chart as well for a buy setup, and then price sold back down after this first buy to this second buy from this valley right here. You can see that gave another opportunity, and then price gave one more opportunity here as it retraced back down to the valley shown here on the right hand chart, and proved to be a good signal for quite a while thereafter. I apologize for the long movie, but wanted to include several of today's trades.